Welcome to a land where ancient legends meet the cutting edge of the future. Germany is a country that feels like a living storybook, where every turn reveals a new layer of history, culture, and natural wonder. From the snow-capped peaks of the Bavarian Alps in the south to the wind-swept shores of the Baltic Sea in the north, this is a nation of incredible contrast. You can spend your morning exploring a futuristic city skyline and your afternoon walking through a medieval village that looks exactly as it did 500 years ago. Germany is the heart of Europe, and its pulse is stronger than ever. It is a place of deep forests that inspired the world's most famous fairy tales and vibrant cities that never sleep. Here you will find over 20,000 castles perched on rocky cliffs, more bridges in Berlin than in Venice, and a culinary scene that goes far beyond just bread and sausages. Whether you are a history enthusiast looking to walk along the remnants of the Berlin Wall, an adventurer seeking the hiking trails of the Black Forest, or a culture lover wanting to experience world-class museums and music, Germany offers an experience that stays with you forever. Berlin is a city that never stops reinventing itself. Once a symbol of division, it has transformed into a global hub of creativity, freedom, and deep historical significance. Walking through its streets feels like moving through different eras all at once. One of the most powerful places to experience this history is the East Side Gallery. Stretching for over 1.3 kilometers, this preserved section of the Berlin Wall is now the longest open-air gallery in the world. It is covered in over 100 murals painted by artists from all over the globe, representing hope and the triumph of the human spirit. Just a short distance away stands the Brandenburg Gate, arguably the most famous landmark in all of Germany. Built in the late 1700s, this massive neoclassical arch has witnessed everything from royal processions to the fall of the wall. Today, it stands as a majestic symbol of peace and national unity. If you want to see the city from above, the Berlin Television Tower is the place to be. Standing at 368 meters tall, it is the highest building in the country. From its observation deck, you can get a panoramic view of the entire metropolis, seeing how the historic buildings of the East blend perfectly with the modern architecture of the West. Munich is the soulful capital of Bavaria, a city where deep-rooted traditions and high-tech innovation live side by side. It is often called the northernmost city of Italy because of its relaxed atmosphere, beautiful open squares, and love for life under the sun. The journey usually begins at Marienplatz, the central square that has been the heart of the city for over 850 years. Dominating the square is the new town hall, a stunning example of Gothic architecture. Make sure to be there at 11 in the morning or 12 noon to witness the famous Glockenspiel. This mechanical clock features 32 life-sized figures that perform a historical dance to the sound of 43 bells, drawing crowds from all over the world. Just a few steps away, you will find the Victualian Markt. This daily food market has been running for more than 200 years and is the perfect place to experience the flavors of Bavaria. You can wander through over 100 stalls, selling everything from local cheeses and artisanal honey to fresh pretzels and exotic fruits. It is a true paradise for food lovers. For a change of pace, head over to the English Garden. This is one of the largest urban parks in the world, even bigger than Central Park in New York. Cologne is a city defined by its vibrant energy and a history that stretches back 2,000 years to the Roman Empire. Located right on the banks of the Rhine River, it is a place where ancient ruins sit comfortably next to colorful modern houses and a very lively social scene. The undisputed crown jewel of the city is the Cologne Cathedral. This masterpiece of Gothic architecture took over 600 years to complete and remains one of the largest cathedrals in the world. Its twin spires reach 157 meters into the sky, dominating the city skyline. Inside, the scale is breathtaking, featuring the magnificent shrine of the Three Kings and stained glass windows that bathe the stone floors in beautiful colors. If you're feeling energetic, you can climb the 533 steps of the South Tower for an incredible view of the river and the city below. Just behind the cathedral, you will find the Old Town. This area is a maze of narrow cobblestone alleys and traditional houses painted in bright yellows, blues, and reds. It is the perfect place to sit at a local brewery and try the famous Kolschbier. Unlike other parts of Germany, here the beer is served in small, slender glasses, and the waiters will keep bringing them until you place a coaster on top of your glass to signal you are finished. Frankfurt am Main is a city that surprises almost everyone who visits. Often called Manhattan because of its dramatic skyline, it is the only city in Germany where sleek glass skyscrapers tower over the landscape. It is the financial heart of Europe, but beneath the shiny exterior lies a city rich in history and unexpected charm. The best place to see the contrast between old and new is the Römerberg. This is the historic heart of the city, a picturesque square surrounded by half-timbered houses that look like they belong in a fairy tale. In the center stands the Justice Fountain, and the square is dominated by the Römer, a complex of 9 houses that has served as the city hall for over 600 years. It was here that newly crowned emperors of the Holy Roman Empire held their lavish banquets. Just a short walk from the square, you will find St. Bartholomew's Cathedral. This impressive red sandstone structure was the official site for the election and coronation of German kings for centuries. If you're up for a challenge, you can climb more than 300 steps to the top of the tower for a view that perfectly captures the cathedral's ancient stone against the backdrop of modern skyscrapers. Stuttgart is a city where high-end engineering meets the rolling hills of wine country. Known as the cradle of the automobile, it is a place of incredible innovation. But it also surprises visitors with its vast parks, grand palaces, and a very relaxed, welcoming atmosphere. The city's deep connection to cars is best experienced at the Mercedes-Benz Museum. The building itself is a futuristic double helix that takes you on a journey through more than 130 years of history. As you spiral down through 9 different levels, you see everything from the very first horseless carriages to legendary Silver Arrow racing cars and sleek concept vehicles of the future. It is a fascinating look at how one invention changed the entire world. For a different kind of automotive thrill, the Porsche Museum is another essential stop. This striking modern structure looks as if it is floating in the air. Inside, the collection focuses on the pursuit of speed and perfect design, showcasing over 80 iconic sports cars that have defined the brand's legacy on the road and the racetrack. At the center of the city lies Schlossplatz, or Palace Square. Dusseldorf is a city of elegance, avant-garde architecture, and a legendary social spirit. Often called the fashion capital of Germany, it manages to feel both incredibly high-end and wonderfully down-to-earth at the same time. Your exploration should begin at the Königsallee, or simply the Co. This is one of Europe's most beautiful luxury boulevards, featuring a scenic tree-lined canal running right down the middle. Even if you are not there for the designer boutiques, the walk along the water with its ornate bridges and chestnut trees is a highlight of the city. From the glamour of the Co, it is just a short walk to the Altstadt, or Old Town. This area is famously known as the longest bar in the world because there are over 250 bars, breweries, and restaurants packed into a very small area. This is the heart of the city's social life and the only place to try Altbier, a traditional dark beer that is brewed right here. The atmosphere in the narrow cobblestone streets, especially on a warm evening, is absolutely electric. For a change of scenery, head to the Rhine Embankment Promenade. This pedestrian walkway is the city's favorite meeting point, offering a beautiful path along the river that connects the historic center with the modern harbor. Leipzig is a city of heroes, music, and a creative spirit that has earned it the nickname of the New Berlin. For centuries, it has been a center for trade and intellectual thought, playing a pivotal role in world history while maintaining a cool, alternative vibe that feels incredibly fresh. The heart of the city is the Market Square, dominated by the Old Town Hall, one of the most beautiful Renaissance buildings in Germany. Just a few steps away, you will find St. Thomas Church. This is a place of pilgrimage for music lovers, as it is where the legendary composer Johann Sebastian Bach worked as a cantor for 27 years. His remains are buried here, and the world-famous St. Thomas Choir still performs his music in the church today. Leipzig is also famous for its historic arcades and passages. The Madler Passage is the most elegant of them all, home to the historic Auerbach's Keller. This tavern was a favorite of the writer Goethe and was the setting for a famous scene in his play, Faust. Walking through these ornate covered walkways feels like stepping back into a more glamorous era of European commerce. For a powerful look at history, the Monument to the Battle of the Nations is a sight you cannot miss. Standing at 91 meters tall, it is one of the largest monuments in Europe. Dresden is often called the Florence on the Elbe, and for good reason. This city is a breathtaking masterpiece of Baroque architecture that has been lovingly restored to its former glory. It is a place where every building feels like a work of art, and the skyline is one of the most beautiful in the world. The ultimate symbol of the city is the Frauenkirche, or Church of Our Lady. For decades after the Second World War, this church lay in ruins as a somber memorial. Today, it stands proud once again, rebuilt stone by stone using thousands of original fragments. Its massive sandstone dome, known as the Stone Bell, is an engineering marvel that dominates the horizon. Stepping inside, you are greeted by a bright, peaceful interior and a reconstructed altar that is a true testament to the city's resilience. Just a short walk away is the Zwinger Palace. This is one of the most important Baroque buildings in all of Germany. Originally designed as an orangery and a place for royal festivals, it is now a sprawling complex of gardens, fountains, and world-class museums. Nuremberg is a city that carries the weight of history with incredible grace. Known as the treasure chest of the German Empire, it was once the preferred residence of kings. Then a center of the German Renaissance, and later a place that faced the darkest chapters of the 20th century. Today, it stands as a city of peace and human rights, offering a profound journey through time. The city is dominated by the Imperial Castle, a massive fortress that sits high on a sandstone ridge. For 500 years, between 1050 and 1571, every emperor of the Holy Roman Empire stayed here at least once. Exploring the castle courtyards is free, and the view from the top of the Sinwell Tower is spectacular, showing a sea of red tiled roofs and narrow alleys. Inside, you can see the deep well, which plunges 50 meters down into the solid rock to reach the water table below. As you walk them from the castle, you enter the Old Town, which is divided by the Pegnitz River. Heidelberg is often described as the most romantic city in Germany. Nestled in the steep valley of the Neckar River and surrounded by thick green forests, it is a place that has inspired poets, painters, and philosophers for hundreds of years. Because it was one of the few German cities to escape the heavy destruction of the Second World War, its historic soul remains perfectly intact. The city is watched over by the ruins of Heidelberg Castle. Perched 80 meters above the river on the slopes of Mount St. Lawrence, this red sandstone landmark is a mix of styles from the Gothic to the Renaissance. While parts of it remain in ruins, it is still home to the world's largest wine barrel. Known as the Heidelberg Tun, this massive wooden vat was built in 1751 and has a capacity of over 219,000 liters. You can explore the castle courtyards or take the historic funicular railway from the town square to reach the entrance while enjoying a breathtaking view of the valley. Below the castle lies the Old Town, a beautiful maze of narrow cobblestone streets and Baroque buildings. At its heart is the market square, where the Church of the Holy Spirit has stood since 1398. Rothenburg ob der Tauber is perhaps the most well-preserved medieval town in all of Europe. Stepping through its gates feels like stepping back 500 years into a world of knights, emperors, and folk tales. This town is the crown jewel of the Romantic Road, and it is so perfectly picturesque that it has inspired animators and filmmakers for decades. The most iconic spot in the entire town is the Plön line. This small triangular square features a yellow half-timbered house nestled between two towering gates. It is one of the most photographed locations in Germany and looks exactly like a scene from a storybook. The narrow, winding cobblestone streets that lead away from this spot are lined with colorful buildings decorated with ornate iron signs and blooming flower boxes. To truly understand the scale of the town, you should walk the Rothenburg town walls. This massive stone fortification completely circles the old center. You can walk along the covered wooden walkway for over 4 kilometers, looking down into the secret gardens of the residents on one side and out across the beautiful Tauber Valley on the other. It is a peaceful journey that gives you a unique perspective on how a medieval fortress actually functioned. Bamberg is a city that feels as though it has been frozen in time, and for a very good reason. Unlike many other German cities, it was almost completely spared from the destruction of the Second World War. Today, its entire old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, spreading across 7 hills just like Rome. It is a place of winding medieval streets, grand Baroque palaces, and a beer culture that is unique in all the world. The most famous site in the city is the Old Town Hall. It sits on an artificial island in the middle of the Regnitz River, connected to the land by 2 stone bridges. According to local legend, the bishop refused to give the citizens any land to build a town hall. So they drove wooden stakes into the riverbed and created their own island. The building is a stunning mix of half-timbered architecture and colorful frescoes that create a 3-dimensional illusion. If you look closely at the paintings, you can even see a cherub's legs sticking out from the wall. High above the river is the Cathedral Hill, home to the Bamberg Cathedral. This late Romanesque masterpiece features 4 towering spires and holds the tomb of Pope Clement II, which is the only papal burial site north of the Alps. Inside, you will also find the mysterious Bamberg horseman. Regensburg is one of the oldest and best preserved medieval cities in all of Germany. Located at the northernmost point of the Danube River, it served as a powerful trading hub and the seat of the perpetual imperial diet for centuries. Because it remained largely untouched during the Second World War, walking through its center feels like stepping directly into the 13th century. The most iconic symbol of the city is the stone bridge. Built between 1135 and 1146, it was considered the 8th wonder of the world at the time. This massive stone structure spans 300 meters and was the only bridge across the Danube for over 800 years. As you walk across its ancient arches, you get a spectacular view of the river and the colorful city skyline. Right next to the bridge sits a tiny building with a very long history. The historic sausage kitchen has been serving hungry travelers and dock workers for over 850 years. It is believed to be the oldest continuously open public restaurant in the world. You must try their charcoal grilled sausages, served with sweet mustard and sauerkraut, while sitting at the wooden tables right by the water. Würzburg is a city of elegance and light, marking the official gateway to the Romantic Road. It is a place where grand Baroque architecture meets a vibrant wine-growing culture, all set against the backdrop of rolling hills covered in lush vineyards. The crowning jewel of the city is the Würzburg residence. This 18th century palace is one of the most important Baroque buildings in Europe and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its grand staircase is famous for having the largest ceiling fresco in the world, painted by the Venetian artist Tiepolo. It is a breathtaking masterpiece that depicts the 4 continents known at the time. The palace gardens are equally stunning, with perfectly manicured hedges and statues that make you feel like royalty as you stroll through them. Standing guard over the city from across the main river is the Marienburg Fortress. This massive stronghold has been a symbol of power for centuries, serving as the home of the prince-bishops. You can hike up through the vineyards to reach the castle, where you will find beautiful courtyards and a circular church that is one of the oldest in Germany. The view from the fortress walls is the best in the city, looking down over the red roofs and the many church spires of the old town.